Welcome to the Cloud Surfing Podcast.
Start over for 1 second. Just that didn't start on time. Okay, start over. Sorry.
No,
So, tell me again about what you were just saying there.
Well, I should be in line to be the fourth generation owner. It's been in the family since 1924, so we're coming up on 100 years in business.
24?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's pre-World War II. You guys survived all that shit. Wasn't 24, so that would have been during, right when the economy was booming.
Yeah.
In the 20s. And then... what happened do you guys know anything about what happened during the 30s? How they kept it afloat during the 30s?
People got to eat.
I suppose people just, hey man, you need meat? Or do you just want to starve?
Yeah, a lot of it back then was there was a lot more farmers back then, so there'd be a lot more butchering cattle and that kind of stuff.
So how long have you been in this yourself?
Since I was 13, so I'm going on 12, 13 years now.
That's cool. So for everyone starting up, by the way, this is Andy Dehmer, right? Is it Dehmer?
Dehmer.
Sorry, God damn it. Andy Dehmer, I'm sorry, and he is in line to own Dehmer's Meat Market in St. Michael, or is it Albertville?
St. Michael.
St. Michael, Minnesota, that's cool. It's like the same town almost.
Yeah, they're kind of joined together through the school district and all that.
So when you would go hunting, did you do all your own processing when you were a kid too then?
I actually didn't do a lot of hunting until I was probably about 13 or 14.
Oh, really? So you just kind of got into it when you were a teenager?
Well, yeah, before then it was, my dad would go and it would be more of a drinking trip, not really a hunting trip. So.
That's the classic shit in the Midwest. Everyone goes to deer camp, but they just go get fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just a party for adults.
I wasn't allowed to go until I knew where the beer cooler was, so. Until you can fetch a beer, you're not really allowed to go.
One for 'em. Yeah, I suppose. What kind of hunting do you do?
I do deer hunting, duck, goose, squirrel, whatever.
Just anything?
Just anything.
Do you guys process anything too like that?
For the most part. I mean, if somebody brought in a bunch of squirrels, we'd probably tell them to go away, but we do all sorts of stuff like elk, antelope, deer, duck, goose. Pretty much just, if you can kill it, we can make it taste better.
Except for if you're Ed Gein. You can't. Excuse me, is this a person? Yeah, you said anything, right? No, okay, all right. How do you process this stuff? Like when you get, do you just get a carcass in, and then and then what happens from there?
Well, a lot of the stuff that we do is primarily boneless. So.
They just bring you the meat that they've already.
Yep, trimming stuff that they trimmed off the bone. So we don't really do a lot of bone-in stuff anymore.
You guys used to?
Yeah, actually, this was our last deer season of taking in whole carcass deer. Now we're just taking in trim.
Is it just because it's too much work to fucking shave all that down?
The problem is there's a lot of kids our age that don't know how to work or don't want to work. Kind of just had a lot of shit handed to them, so they're not used to...
Oh, like that you hire?
Yeah.
I get you.
So there's not really anybody that wants to come in and have to bust their ass for 12 hours a day. So
yeah, no, it's tough to get. it's tough, period, to get someone that wants to work for 12. It's hard though. I think there's something. I don't know what it is. Fucking OSHA or whatever says after 6 hours, your risk of getting hurt on the job site goes up by 50%. It's crazy.
Probably.
So there's especially nowadays insurance companies basically write the rules for everything too.
I would have to guess. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to what the rules are. I just kind of bust my ass and get my paycheck every 2 weeks.
So are you learning anything with FDA regs or anything like that at all?
Yeah, there's all sorts of different. We're inspected by 6 different places. So we have a retail inspector, an equal to inspector, and then we have a federal inspector, and yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. And then we have weights and measures too. So.
Wait, so you have all these other? Where do they come? Are they all local? Even though even the feds, they're local here. But they just.
Yes, some of them are local because there's other places that are federally inspected. We're equal to inspected, so we're inspected by state and federal.
Equal to, what does that mean?
It means that we're held to the same standard as a federal inspection.
Okay, I see. So then, even though you're held to the same standard, the state even comes in anyway, even though the feds come in too?
Yep, so we get a little bit of everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, at least it's good to know your shit's obviously clean and safe, obviously.
Yeah.
Is every place like that, or is that just kind of a processing place? Because you're...
Everybody's held to a certain kind of inspection. I mean, granted, some of it, like, let's say that none of the meat that they get is inspected. They have to have, like, a retail inspector to be able to resell it.
Oh, okay, so, like, it's... Okay, I see. So is that the USDA that does that?
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's just, like, a certain type of inspection on the meat to make sure that it was processed properly and clean.
It's all safe and everything like that. Okay. And they do that for any sort of processed meat, or is that just for your shit that you guys import and sell?
That's for anything that's being imported to, like, so boxed beef is what
Gotcha.
a lot of the stuff that we do is. We don't do a lot of hanging beef anymore.
Okay.
But basically anybody who gets boxed beef, that's all USDA inspected.
Do you guys have that room that you guys can, like, have hooks and, like, they have, like, the hanging things, like the hanging pigs and shit? Do you guys have that?
Yeah.
That's fucking dope. Are you serious?
Yeah, we got the rails that go through the shop. So.
Do they rotate?
Actually, they're just like on a wheel, and you just roll them down the rails.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah.
I've only seen that shit in movies. You know when they're like in a shootout and they hide behind the cow?
Yeah, it's the same shit.
That's pretty sweet. Is it? Oh man, how easy is it to fuck yourself up like cutting stuff away like that?
Well, I mean, if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, or if you don't know what you're doing, I guess it was really easy to hurt yourself.
Do you do any of that? Like I know you guys don't do a whole lot of in-bone, but like in years past, did you ever do anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, we still do. Like, some people will order in like a side of beef or something like that.
Okay.
And we'll cut it all for them. So, know how to do it, just don't do it very often.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
I don't know. I think it's fun. It's
Yeah.
just nice to have something different to do every once in a while.
It's kind of a crafty thing to do because like no one else. It's like an art of its own.
Yeah, I mean, basically a butcher was pretty high up on the totem pole early on.
Yeah, without a butcher, you're kind of fucked. Like, you kind of just no farmers, no butchers. Everyone's just gonna kind of die at that point.
Yeah, and I think I was hearing that butchers in Germany are basically held as like they get the same amount of respect as like a doctor does.
Well, I can believe it. Like,
Yeah,
dude, they've got I think what is they're like sausage everything in Germany.
yeah, that's
like their deal.
Yeah, we actually
beer.
We actually took place in a competition in Germany last year, and we entered 11 products, and we got 7 gold medals and 4 silver.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so we did.
Dude,
really
you
good
got
in Germany.
7 gold medals and 4 silver, and you entered 11 products.
Yep, every single one of our
thing.
products placed. Yeah,
That's fucking nuts.
yeah.
In Germany.
Yeah, and then we got this. If you get 5 gold medals, you get an honorary. A cup of honor is what it's called.
That's fucking
Which
sick,
is cool.
dude.
Yeah.
Do you have that in your shop?
Yeah, we got that up at the shop.
Dude, I'm gonna come check that out sometime. I've never been in your shop.
Missing out, man.
But no, I've Nathan used to bring home like all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Like the the ends and everything like
The
that.
stick ends, yeah.
Oh my
Every
God.
time he'd come in, he'd be like, "Hey, the guys up in North Dakota, they really like that stuff. You got any more of that laying around?"
Dude, every time you would come back, it was like Santa came again. We just give me the bag.
Who's the guy
Guys, I kind of want some of that. You should have thought of that before you gave us the bag, Nathan. You had 5 hours to drive it up here to eat it. You didn't think of that. That's good shit. It's good shit.
Yeah.
So like, do you to season the meat? Do you guys put all the meat into a blender with seasoning and blend it all up, or is it an injected?
No, we have like. Are you talking for like sausage or
Yeah.
like? So for sausage, we'll grind it, and then we have this mixer that you'll toss the meat into, and then the spices in it, will mix it together.
Okay.
For you.
Okay, so that's all you get. Okay, I was always wondering because it looks like it's pretty in there, but when you eat a sausage, like it looks like one piece.
Yeah. So it's like linked together, but all it is just basically ground pieces of pork. It's just a bunch of smaller pieces of pork.
Huh. I like the ones that have that crunchy ass when you fucking bite it and it crunches. You know, like when you like a hot dog. I'm saying.
Just like the snap.
Yeah, like you know those ones that you get sometimes at like I don't know, just like you bite it and it's sad. It's like a grape. Like just what the hell was that?
Been cooked too long.
It's just I don't like that. I like that snap when you eat it and it blows up and it low-key burns your tongue a little. It's got that hot juice and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, you get to taste the first bite, but none of the rest of it.
It's exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
That's sick, dude. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
So you've been doing this for 9 years. It's 11 years. Oh, shit, I can't count.
Yeah, that's okay. 11 or 12, somewhere in there.
That's pretty crazy. That's almost half your life.
Yeah.
And then you were kind of... You're obviously been in your family, so you've been around it forever and ever.
Yeah.
So you know this shit pretty inside and out.
I do know a lot about the place. I mean, the only thing that I don't do is bookwork, so...
Oh, yeah, the lame shit.
Yeah.
You're going to have to learn how to do that, though, if you're going to buy it one day, though.
Hire somebody for it.
You guys planning on... I was reading through your history. You guys have been in that building since 72?
Yeah.
But it's like your fourth building, I want to say, right?
Yeah.
You guys have been expanding. Are you guys going to expand again?
We actually just bought the other half of our building.
Oh, so, dope. So it's the same building, but bigger.
Yeah. So we more than doubled our square footage, actually.
So you did, or you just... That's sick, dude.
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago now. 3 or 4 years ago.
That's pretty sweet. What do you guys do with the more... Is it more like store space, or is it more storage, or what is it?
No, so our retail area is still like the same size. We haven't changed that. It's just for production-wise, we have a lot more space now. So we bought like a bunch of new equipment to be able to make us more efficient.
Nice.
Yeah. Like we just bought a new roll stock machine, which is awesome. Like before you'd have to like stick 4 brats into a bag, and now you just like set these into the pouches and it rolls it away. And
dude, no, it'd be dope. You guys should get a liquor license.
We've talked about it.
And then you get a bar, and then for like treats, you guys can do those stick ends. And I'd be like, some bars do the popcorn.
Yeah.
You guys can do stick ends, and I just sit there all night, and I would just get a stomach ache, and that's what I do.
That would be nice.
That would be so dope. But I think Minnesota's really hard to get one of those, right?
I don't know.
Just expensive.
I feel like they just give them away to anybody.
Do they?
Yeah, it seems like anybody who wants one can get one for the most part.
Dude, there you go. That's your in. That's your in right there.
Yeah, we talked about it just to be like a complete one-stop shop, just like to be able to sell beer
get
and
the
stuff
30
or
rack
whatever.
as well while you're in there.
Yep.
That would be awesome. I would totally go there all the time.
Yeah, because I mean, like in summertime, let's say it's a Friday, someone's coming in buying some stuff. I mean, you can say this to basically everybody that's coming through that line. Next stop, the liquor store, and they're always like, "Yeah, how'd you know?"
Because
everybody goes meat, and then what if they got left over for money? I mean, they'd rather eat, but some people would rather drink too. Yeah.
You guys sell like water and stuff though to go with it? Anything like that in there?
Like beverage wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got quite a variety of beverages.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Dude, sometimes when you eat like a lot of that shit, like cheese and crackers and all that stuff for a long, your tongue gets fucking like a sponge, like just. It's like that SpongeBob when he gets his helmet taken off.
I don't need it. But yeah, I mean, we don't usually have like people just hanging out eating meat all day, but
dude, you should like have that, like a bar with like 3 TVs behind it. I'll come bartend once a week, and we'll just that'd be dope. Put a little, I'll do stand-up comedy sets there for free just to get it rolling. That would be dope.
Maybe you'll draw a huge crowd.
I would have a lot of fun. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of people that would draw though. It's like they're like, wait, how far out of the city is that? 30 minutes. Man, I walk everywhere. Shit. Like,
how's that gonna work?
So many people go to the clubs, like literally walk from their apartment. I'm not used to that. Like, I'm not used to people just leaving their apartment and then just on foot, just heading uptown. Like, I'm not used to that. I don't live in New York.
I mean, this is Minnesota. Just jump in your car. But the only shitty part is you get down to the city and then you got to pay for parking, and then
there's a lot of college kids apparently that don't have cars at all. Like if they aren't biking somewhere, you're done. That's good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I believe that.
Fuck that. I don't know how that would work for me, or like even because this campus is fucking huge in Minnesota.
You talking just like the U of M or
yeah.
It is
those
huge.
students not have cars. Aren't there like 3 separate campuses here?
I don't know. It's huge because for a while we used to do like catering jobs for Mortensen.
Yep.
And they did a lot of the revamps on buildings and that kind of stuff down at the U, and you'd be in a different spot every time, and they're always building more, and
damn,
it's ridiculous. It's a huge campus.
Dude, that ink is shining at me. Every time you turn your arm, it flashes. It's so fresh, dude. Explain that to the people who are listening right now.
So, I got this tattoo on my left arm, so it's going for like a half sleeve, going from the wrist up to the elbow. And it's got 2 silhouettes on it of hunters holding up guns. One's supposed to be my grandpa, and the other one's supposed to be me. And then it's got like a pond going up it, and then trees, and then there's a bunch of ducks flying over and a couple of ducks flying in. It's not done yet though.
Dude, it looks so good though so far.
Yeah.
It looks like you got some bruising going on though a little bit. Just a little hint of bruising behind right here.
That could be like part of the clouds that he's putting in there. I don't know. Or it could be scars.
Right, like right in there. Could be. Who knows?
Where?
Like right here. Looks a little like greenish.
Oh, that's probably from the Sharpie. So like he freehanded everything on here.
Oh yeah, that would make total sense, dude.
Because I've been trying to wash that shit off, but some of it was having a tough time coming off. But he did
freehanded that.
Freehanded all. Well, like he pre-drew all the grass and everything on here just in a green Sharpie and went over it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he did an awesome job.
Dude, people are fucking wild how they can just, like, do that into someone's arm.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking painting.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And that's there forever. That's so sick.
Yeah, I've got tons of compliments. Like
it looks dope, dude.
Yeah, I got it done at Ink Kings, not Seago, and the guy Nick that did it, he's like, I went in September, beginning of September for my consultation, and I just sat down on January 14th for this.
Just because it took a while to get it right?
Well, no, just that was the first free day he had. Yeah.
Oh, that dude's fucking dope. If it takes that long to get your tattoo, you know he's good as shit.
Yeah.
If it's some dude that's like, I can take you right now, dude. It's like, I don't know about that.
I mean, he did an awesome job. I mean, I was there from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, shit. You had to stay still that whole time?
Well, the first 2 hours he was just drawing on me, and then after that, he got a little bit of it done, took a break, and
how did it feel? Like, did that hurt? I don't have any tattoos, but how does that feel?
You don't have any? I encourage you to get one.
I should get one, dude.
But once you get one, they're kind of addictive.
That's the thing. Once I hear that from literally, and once you get one, it's like now you're suddenly a billboard. You've just got your whole just covered up.
Yeah,
now.
Except for you're paying to cover it up. There's the difference.
What if artists signed their tattoos like they signed paintings? How pissed would people get? It's like, no, dude, I don't want that. Like, what are you doing?
You know, I don't know. He did such an awesome job. I probably wouldn't even mind.
It's like, yeah, it's more of a gloat. Like, yeah, dude, this guy did my tattoo.
Yeah, but no, like pain-wise, it wasn't bad at all. No, like, I mean, some people just experience tattoos in horrible ways where they're extremely painful for the entire time. But you know, I don't know if that has to do with the guy doing the tattoo or what. But I mean, the rest of my tattoos are like solid black, and then I have one that had shading, but that one was the absolute worst. Was like, cause I got this meat cleaver on this arm.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that's dope. I didn't even know you had no. I thought that was your first tattoo. How many do you have?
I have 5.
You have 5? How? Jesus, that's the first one I've ever seen. So like for me, it's like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, when I got clothes on, it's kind of tough to see them all.
That's fucking dope, dude.
But yeah, but I mean, like when he does all the shading, that's the shit that hurts.
What do they do to shade? Because I'm assuming like
it's just a different style needle that goes in there,
that would make, okay.
And then you're using like grays instead of blacks. But the shading is usually the most painful part. But like this is all shading except for the 2 silhouettes.
Dude, I want to get that. I want to get that logo put on me.
The Sioux, yeah.
I think that would be dope as fuck.
Where would you put it?
I don't know. That's always been the thing.
I feel like a lot of people put it like on the back of their calf.
That would be sick. Right here.
Yeah,
that would be pretty fucking sick. But see, I've got chicken legs, dude. Would that work for me?
You gotta do some squats.
I
some leg presses.
Dude, I'm not kidding you. I was running like I don't even know how fast. I was able to run a 40 in under 5 seconds, and my calves are still like nothing. I used to be able to squat a lot of weight. And by a lot, I don't mean like what linemen can do. I mean a lot for a guy my size. And I used to do those fucking calf raises where your calves would fucking burn.
Oh yeah.
Dude, nothing works, man.
I mean,
I know.
Genetics.
I know, dude. That's you go up to all the way up. My both grandpas on both sides, just chicken thin legs. My dad is definitely got some chicken thin legs. And then here I am, and my brother, my younger brother right below me, he's really thin, but he owns it. He like can rock that thin ass look because he's like really smart. You know what I mean? He can like, someone can call him thin, and he would be like, yeah, but I've got like 90 degrees, so go fuck yourself. Like I get federal grant money. What do you do? Like, so he can pull it off. And then my older brother, he doesn't lift weights either.
Well, didn't you play hockey for a few years? I feel like that would have helped out a little bit too.
Yeah, well, like sort of. Hockey does help, but like the thing with hockey is that your ankle is so compressed and like kept in your boot. all the way up. So unless you ride them pretty loose, and I used to keep them rather loose, but then I started getting really bad blisters. Like, and I got this calcium bump on the back of my. People call them the Bauer bump because when you get this calcium buildup from Bauer skates on the back of your ankle, and it fucking hurts. I was tired of that shit, so I just tied them up tighter.
Well, I mean, I don't have like thick thighs or calves or whatever you want to call it.
Dude, we should get everyone together and go skating.
Like they're
shit,
fucking...
another tattoo, dude.
Yeah, but like that was probably another
Dude, you've got decent calves though. That would work for you. You've got a decent calf.
I don't feel like they're any bigger than yours.
I don't know, man. See, like, also you're like a good like tan color as a natural skin tone. I'm just white. I am Hank Hill white. Like, just I am as white as it comes. So it's, I don't know. That would be dope though. How funny would that be? I'm the white kid with a Native American logo going on the fucking calf. Like, it's just so. I might as well be a chick with a fucking bird tattoo. You know those ones with like the pigeons flying away in the background?
And you might as well get a butterfly too.
Yeah. Or like
some sort of a flower.
I'm trying to think of. There's one that a bunch of dudes get. That they used to get, that chain that would fucking wrap around your
barbed
arm.
wire.
Yeah, the barbed wire. I had a friend of mine who literally freehanded it on himself one time in high school, and he went this way, and when he came back up, he was on like a different angle. Like, he didn't pre-draw it; he just started tattooing himself.
Shit. And
so he's got it here, and then like a fucking 45-degree angle between the two, and he's trying to be like, that means that sacrifices. It's like, shut up, you fucked up, dude. Just stop trying to fucking play it off like you meant that. Stop, you're 16, dude. You should have been tattooing yourself.
Yeah, dude. Like, when it goes around, you don't like understand like the different angles.
Yeah, well, like, cause your wrist is different sizes and shit. Like when you go around, because it's like thicker here than it is here. So if you start here and even a little bit, now you're going to be on a completely different trajectory. You're
Destination fucked.
Just like those animals, those poor animals. Destination fucked. At least you guys. So when you guys import meat, how do you guys get like products and stuff? Where do you import that from?
So a lot of it's from J&B, which is a wholesale, distributing company. So they'll buy it in from wherever and
their farms and stuff.
Yep. So, and then actually my grandpa actually started that company too, and that's pretty big now. They have
damn.
They have a warehouse in St. Michael, and then I think they have one up in Fargo too.
Oh shit, that's like real close to where I was in college.
Yeah, but he started that actually at the meat market. It was him and a buddy. So the J stands for my grandpa's name, Joe, and then Bob was the other guy.
And they started that. That's the trucking company, you said?
The distributing company. Yeah.
And so they warehouse all the meat, and then you ask them, "Hey man, I need that shit." Then they hook it all up. I see. I get it.
So like they deliver on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we just call, tell them what we need. Gets delivered Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Damn, dude, that's a lot of haul coming in.
Well, the nice part for us is it's only a mile down the road, but
everybody else is really nice then.
That way, if we forget something, we can do a wheel call and we can have it in a couple of hours.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking dope, dude. That's pretty quick. Well, I suppose it's probably nice having the family ties in there. Is anyone from your family still running that place?
No, actually, my grandpa sold his half of the company back in like mid to late 70s.
Sold it back to the other guy?
Sold him his half, yeah.
Gotcha, so the other guy runs the whole thing.
Yeah, his whole philosophy was partnerships are sinking ships, so.
It's good, it's a good quote. I've never seen a partnership work out for both guys.
Yeah.
I have yet to see that, actually.
So he must have had it figured out.
I've seen some best friends get their lives ruined because they're going to go in business together, though. I've seen that a lot.
I believe it.
For every one like success story, there's like 30 dudes that just hate their fucking friend from childhood from like forever. Like they're just, yeah, well, if you didn't fucking rack up the goddamn credit card.
Tommy, it was a lemonade stand. We were 10.
Jesus, did you need that much sugar? We were selling them for $0.25 a cup.
I still got half a pallet of sugar at my house. My mom's pissed still.
I said 30 grams, not 30 pallets. You ever seen that show Schitt's Creek?
I have not.
Dude, that show's fucking funny. It's funny because there's like an episode where she's supposed to order 30 cups of milk or 30 containers, and she orders 30 of the fucking drums, and they're all just delivered as fucking raw illegal milk delivered to their house. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? She's like, well, you should have thought of that before you ordered this many drums. I didn't order. You ordered the drums. Okay, why are you yelling at me? Shit's funny. It's hard to recreate that shit. I can't say it very well.
I'll have to watch it.
Anyway, so you're a hunter too then?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been hunting for? Like you said, 13. So that's, again, 11, right?
Yeah.
11 years. Okay. On your own, have you been hunting that long?
Well, we're usually going out in a group for like deer hunting or.
Oh, okay. Do you
any
ever
sort
go
of
out by
bird
yourself at all?
Yeah, if I get any free time, it's just nice to be out in the woods and away from people for the most part.
Yeah, I like duck hunting. I just started duck hunting in college. Like Nathan and Helpin and Narby showed me how to like duck hunt properly. It was
Properly? Do they know how?
actually they're pretty fucking. They usually hit their tags, believe it or not.
Damn.
And then one of my friends, Mitch Lichtenwald too. He took me out and he took me to this place where like there was just so many fucking ducks, dude. But then this guy comes in with his boat and his goddamn dog. And oh my god, he was training his dog how to retrieve ducks, so it kept jumping out of the boat at the wrong time. And then the dude was like, "Get back in the boat, Sparky, Sparky, Sparky." It's like, all right, yep, fuck our hunt today. Like, I guess we don't need anything.
Yeah, there's people like that, unfortunately.
Do you do waterfowl hunting very often, or is that just more of a part-time deal?
I try to make it out a few times a year. Usually in September, I go up with my grandpa up to Canada.
Oh,
and
dope.
we sit up there for a week, and I have never had duck hunting like that anywhere in the States.
What kind of duck is there up there? Is it just teal and stuff?
Well, teal, mallards, you got
all the regs from the Midwest?
Yep, pretty much.
So
We just go up to Manitoba, so it's not...
Okay, so it's not too far into it. You ever shot a Canadian goose?
Yep.
How big are those things in real life?
In real life?
Yeah. Pretty fucking big?
So the Canadian ones, I think, are the smaller ones, and then they have graders, is what they're called. Those are the bigger ones. But,
oh, that the one. Okay, have you ever gotten one of those, or are those protected?
no, they're both wide open. But
Did you get one?
yeah, quite a few of them. Because I mean, the limit on ducks, I think, was 7 a person per day, with a 3-day limit in possession.
What's the biggest difference between their hunting up in Canada and our hunting down here?
Well, we just do it in the field, and they'll pretty well come into anything. But I mean, you can go out on a boat. I mean, the hunt isn't very different. It's just the amount of birds that you see in a day is.
I mean, like
extreme.
the bureaucracy of it. So, like, to get your license and to, like, because you're an American going into Canada to hunt. So, like, is there like extra paperwork and fees and shit that you have to deal with?
So when you go across the border, you just have to have your gun registered for Canada, which is a form that you can print off online.
Okay.
And fill that out, and then you just have to deal with going into Canada. But everybody at the border crossing is always a jackass. Doesn't matter if you're coming in or going out.
Really?
Yeah.
Just because you have a gun, so they're just like, what the fuck?
You could go up there and not have a gun, and they'd probably still be jackasses.
I've gone up there a few times. I've only gone up through the one port, so they got to know me, which is probably what it was. But like, shit, there were times they would hardly ask for a passport. Like, I would hand it to them, but like they almost went through the motion of looking at it while still talking to me. Because I would go up there for work and hockey a lot, so like they would just be like, "Yeah, what you went up for today?" And you didn't even look. I don't have any stamps on my passport.
Yeah, I feel like maybe sometimes it's just when they ask what you're up here for, and you tell them you're going up there for hunting, and
I suppose
then things start to get extreme. But I mean, I can't even remember what port we go through. It's the furthest northern point of
International Falls.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be what it is, International Falls. But sometimes we go through, like, Peace Gardens, because that one's open 24/7.
I was going to say International Falls closes at 10 p.m., though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've learned that one the hard way one time. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, it only takes once to learn that.
And it's fucking cold at that border. More than any other border crossing. That is the coldest border crossing. You open your door and, like, your face, it's just like, have you ever seen The Day After Tomorrow when he opens the helicopter and he just, like... Like, that's what I felt like, just getting taken over. It was fucking nuts. Damn, dude. That's fucking dope. I've always wanted to go hunting up there. I've gone fishing in Canada, but I've never gone hunting up there. Fishing isn't so bad. Fishing, I literally didn't even bring my pole up. I just bought one up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly easy to get across the border with all that stuff, but I think my favorite hunt up there is we'll go hunting for like sandhill cranes.
Oh, dope.
And those things are a blast.
Are those huge?
Those are huge. They got like a 6-foot wingspan. They look like goddamn pterodactyls.
Jesus. It's a dinosaur. It probably is an actual dinosaur. So I think that's what birds are just like actual dinosaurs, but here.
Yeah.
Just smaller. It's like when lions became like cats. That's what birds are. Pterodactyls became sandhill cranes. And now we shoot them.
And they make the goofiest damn noise, too.
Cranes do?
Yeah, the cackle. It's friggin' weird.
Okay, let's hear it. I'm going to put it on the screen.
Alright.
So we can hear the sandhill crane.
Yeah, they sound ridiculous. Like, you're sitting there and you're blind and you're just... All of a sudden you hear them and you're like, what is that?
Come on. Sorry, listeners. Oh. They sound so upset. This guy's just walking up to him. What's going on?
Like pterodactyls. But,
Jesus, they're huge, dude.
and they're fucking mean.
What is that red thing on his head?
That's part of its head.
Yeah, like just feathers?
Yeah.
Damn.
Or part of their beak. I
Dude,
think,
it
or
looks like a fucking dinosaur. They look like something you want to know what? I bet you that's what dinosaurs really looked like. All the scales were probably bullshit.
feathers.
They probably all just... Oh my god, dude. Those things are ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're really mean, too.
Holy shit.
So if you knock one of them down and they're not dead, you don't wring their neck. You put another shell into them.
Really?
Yeah, they have so many horror stories up there of people getting killed by those things.
Killed?
Yeah.
What do they do? Just peck them in the eyeball or like until they're dead?
Well, yeah, and then their talons are super sharp.
Oh, I suppose.
But
Dude, look at that thing.
But the irony of those birds is they don't float on water. Their feathers like absorb water.
They sink?
Yeah. So if they land in water that's too deep, they're basically dead.
That's really strange.
Yeah, they're goofy ass noises.
Oh, I don't like their legs, dude. Their legs like make me uncomfortable because it doesn't look like there should be anything running through there. Like that looks like it's just a little twig. Those are like broken sticks that work somehow. Damn.
Yeah.
That's fucking bananas. Have you ever seen... Oh, man. When those ducks gang up on the other ducks?
I don't think I have.
Dude, it's like this duck gang like attack another duck gang. They're like, yo, fuck this duck. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. They're like, this is someone's like front yard. Bitch. We're gonna kill the fuck out of you right now, bitch.
What the hell?
Dude, it's a fellow bird. What are you doing? He wants to be left alone. Oh, it's a hen. Oh, it's a female. This is just ridiculous.
They're all real damn horny.
Bunch of ruthless, dick-headed... Dude, they're like trying to kill her, though. Like, they're ripping her head off. This isn't the video I thought I was going to see. This is pretty upset. Like, it's not... The other one I was trying to find was, like, literal... It looked like the Bloods and the Crips of the duck world were, like, meeting in this person's front yard and just duking it the fuck out. Okay, can somebody stand up, be the bigger man, and just be like, hey, what are we doing here, guys?
It's that guy in the back.
This is a fellow duck. Yeah, it looks like there is one. Look at this guy right here. Yeah, and this guy's pushing him away. There actually is a commendable duck here. Yeah, look at him. Hey, we're trying to help you, ma'am. Come on, boys. Get the fuck out of here. Security, come on. Come on. There's like a bird singing in the back. Hello.
What a
good morning.
peaceful day.
Good morning. Hello. Just some slaughter in the front yard. Just a mutiny. Just an absolute mutiny. Is this the only female? The only one. Okay, we should kill her so that there's only guys here, and then none of us survive in the long run.
Like, this is how a girl feels like when she walks into a party and she's the only girl.
Dude.
Sausage fest.
The other day, there was some guy who, like, real life, because I drive Uber and stuff, too, on the side. You get hella money doing that, by the way. And... this guy like had a passed out chick and was like bringing her to my car, and he's like, "Yeah, just drop us off here." I'm like, "The fuck if I'm dropping you two off together? Hell no, dude. I don't know you. You can get out. I'm bringing her to the fucking hospital. She's not responding to shit." Yeah, like tried to wake her up. I'm like, she's got she's not. Like, get out of the car, dude. Get out of the car. I'm not dealing with you. This is ridiculous. But he was full of shit because he got out of the car and left her, which means he definitely didn't care about her that much. Like, otherwise you'd be like, no, dude, seriously, this is my fucking girlfriend. Really, I'm not fucking wrong. Like, it would be that. It would be an argument if you really did care. But you left her and let me take her to the hospital, meaning that you probably were a piece of shit. Jeez,
you still got that 5-star rating, though, right?
Oh, I've got hella good ratings, dude. Dude, I have 200 5-star ratings, and I had one 4-star rating that actually got revoked because I contested it. Because I was that lady who threw up in my car in Grand Forks. And I gave her a 1-star, so she gave me a 4-star and said the reason was because I gave her a 1-star. It's like, bitch, you threw up in my car. Of course I'm going to give you a 1-star. What do you expect? Oh, dude. The wild's a crazy place. Have you ever ran into a bear?
I have not.
Dude, I accidentally ran into a bear one time. That's scary.
Like with a car
shit.
or like just
No, like out in the woods, just like walking around, and then there's just like a fucking black bear off to my left. No cubs, thank God, because they probably would have killed me. We wouldn't be talking right now if it had cubs, but yeah. And there was that guy who got survived. You probably saw this video. That guy who got attacked by a grizzly bear.
The one that was like snowmobiling, or
I think he was out scouting for he's out scouting for his next hunt, and a grizzly was like, "Sup, dude?"
that was his next hunt. It just turned out he was the one being hunted.
A reenactment. God, I don't want to see. Look at this guy, Todd Orr. His name is. Look at his fucking ear.
It's tore off.
His ear is. Oh no, his arm is broken as fuck. Oh, that's a fucking huge elk, dude. Holy shit.
Ugh.
Dude, his arm is fucking... Oh my god, his shoulder, his arm, his ear is flapping off. Don't even know what's under that hat.
Ugh.
Oh, look at it. Oh. No. Holy shit.
Who has
You see what he said? Legs are good. Internal organs are good. It's
like
good.
Who has a bear attack checklist? Like made it through. Like legs work. Internal organs seem to still be inside. Like
he's got a file on his phone. All right, they've attacked by a grizzly.
Well, did you hear that? Like he was on Facebook Live, like walking out of the woods. Like that's what he did. Like, don't you think he'd call 911 or something? Nah.
He drove himself to the hospital. Okay, dude gets attacked by a bear, walks 2 miles out of the woods, drives 20 to a hospital,
and proceeds to be like on social media while he's doing it.
Montana tough. Todd Orr for president. Making more sense after a bear attack than Trump and Hillary in a temperature-controlled room. Holy shit, his ear looks fake. It looks like a piece of clay. Like they molded a piece of fucking clay around him.
That is nuts.
Let's just watch some videos to scare us away from hunting in the future. That's just...
No, never be able to walk in the woods when it's remotely dark ever again.
I don't think there's grizzlies. Well, you don't have to walk in the woods at night because of Slender Man. You know, that kind of... Just watch the story on those 2 girls from Wisconsin who stabbed the shit out of their friend. Did you see that one?
Mm-mm.
Dude, holy fuck. These 2 girls plotted for like 6 months to kill their friend. And then they invited her over and for a sleepover. And then they went out to the woods with her to like make a treehouse, they told her some shit. And they stabbed her like 26 fucking times and then left her there. And then she's like, bitch, I'm not dying out in the fucking woods. So she stands up, goes to the, road, and some dude was like, uh-oh, there's a stabbed up kid here. Better take care of this, and brings her to the hospital. And then the doctor's like, who stabbed you? And she's like, my friends, bitch ass, whatever their names were. Dude, and then you watch the video, and the police are like, so, what happened? Like, how did it go from a friendly sleepover to stabbing your friend in the woods? Like, how does it happen? And they said that Slender Man told them that they had to, otherwise Slender Man was going to do it. It's like, well, then fucking let him do it. Jesus, why do you have to do it? Like, sounds like he's got it under control.
Enjoy prison.
Yeah, just put Slender Man in prison, dude. Jesus, if this guy sucks so bad, let him go to jail. Fuck's sake. We gotta get involved for. Yeah, people are crazy, man. I think the internet's giving everyone, like, schizophrenia.
Dude, I don't even know.
Try to stay. It's good to try to, like, leave and get disconnected. That's why it's good to go to the woods sometimes. Just go out there and hunt. Put your phone away and just fucking sit out in the woods.
Let the wind out of some stuff.
Yeah, just fuck it. Let the wind blow the trees. It's the trees' best day when they get blown.
Every day is a good day when you're a tree.
It is. You get blown daily if you're a tree. Wind is the biggest hoe out there.
It blows in every direction.
Did you do any? Is there any like schooling or education involved for this, or is it mostly like on the job training?
So I did take one class at the U of M for meat science.
Nice.
But outside of that, schooling wise, I've just learned on the job.
What was that class about?
So it went back with like the history of meat and like what certain chemicals do to it and everything else.
The amino acids and shit like that.
Yep. So it gets like broken down into a lot, and like the history of sausage and the science behind it, and like how we got to today's like modern curing methods.
Okay.
From like instead of like putting it into a wooden barrel with salt to preserve it.
Right.
Like,
yeah, dude. People used to do that all the time. Put salt all over it, and then that's it.
Yeah, that is it.
And then just good luck. Hope you don't die from this.
Yeah, well, apparently enough salt will cure anything. So
what does the salt do?
It preserves the meat. It
just like sucks all the moisture out, or like what does it do?
Well,
I guess what does salt have to do with preserving?
So basically, it just brings the water activity down to a good enough level where it can be preserved at that.
Okay, I see. So it just keeps it at a
so yeah, basically it's pulling the water out
the
of the meat.
shit out of it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I guess that makes sense. But freezing it's probably the best way to go still.
Refrigerating, freezing, I mean, there's tons of different ways to do it, or just don't buy it until you need it.
That's fair. I've got some in my freezer right now that I've had for a while just from like a deer that someone shot and gave me some of it.
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that, like if it's just wrapped in paper, I mean, you got like a year on it in the freezer.
Yeah, it's only been a couple months. It's not been long.
Yeah, but freezer burnt stuff doesn't taste very good.
I heard that there's something about that most, oh man, I can't, not pork, but beef products are from only two cows from like forever now, 2 bulls, provided like the majority of the DNA for all of the current meat in America. You ever hear about that?
I had not heard about that, but I mean, like you go far enough back, like those were finger quotations for those of you who can't see this. But like you go back to Adam and Eve, I mean, yeah.
I guess you go back to 2 parents for something.
Yeah.
I think they're more concerned because it's more human made. Like we did this because it's the best
genetically altering.
Yeah, it's the best genes, so they wanted to keep those 2, and they haven't found a bull that's better so far. So they're just like, well, these are obviously the best bulls.
Yeah, you raise them and then dye it properly.
I think they're having an issue with like breeding later on, with having all that DNA crossing each other later on down the road.
End up with 5-legged cows, or
I don't know. End up with just like I don't know. Have special ed cows. You have to set up a different category.
Well, I don't know if the DNA becomes that close. I guess we'll worry about it then.
Yeah. Well, now they've got CRISPR. You know what CRISPR is?
No, what's that?
CRISPR is this thing that they've made that they can physically go in and cut out, like, you know when you learn about DNA with the A, D, C, G, shit like that?
Yep.
And they can go in and cut it, just the wrong part of it, and then put the correct part back in it and fix a DNA at that level.
Nuts.
It's fucking crazy. And we only had that in the United States for a while, and then apparently the Chinese stole it, like stole one of our plans for it, because that's what the Chinese do. Chinese espionage shit, that goes back forever. That's what they do. Now they have it, and they've been using it on humans, so they've been trying to perfect human beings in China, and they've got a shitload of problems with it.
I would only imagine.
It came no one even really cares either. That's the fucking thing. Like, it's so weird how it's so weird. Like, I would think that would be like, hey, maybe people are off limits for this for now, until we figure it out on animals.
Yeah, let's finish the testing and make sure that that's what you want to do with that.
Do you think that would be something down the road, like that you'll be in your shop, you get like, oh, that's a bad animal here, let me just click that and then it's fixed? Technology goes there one day.
I hope not.
Yeah, that kind of take the art out of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more pride in it when you do it like start to finish like that.
Yeah, I suppose when you see it from what it is and then you see it finished and wrapped up.
Yeah.
How many is it? Pretty much regulars, or do you get pretty good traffic from all sorts of people?
We have a lot of regulars, but we have a pretty wide customer base, I guess.
That's pretty awesome. Do you guys distribute online at all?
We do not.
Or phone calls or anything like that? Or do you just have to come in and buy from you?
If people call in, we can like put together an order for them. We ship stuff all over the place.
Okay.
Ship stuff every year to California, Texas, Florida.
Dope. So where can we find this?
Find what?
Your business. Like, what's the address to your... Where are we going? Where we find this? Off what highway?
It's right off 241 in St. Michael, so it's 401 Central Ave.
Dope. Just so people listening can go there if they want.
Yeah.
Some people like this shit, man.
Yeah. Dude, you should actually see it. We just put up...
Let me Google it.
We just put up a legacy video on our Facebook page.
Oh, okay. Let me go.
Which is pretty cool.
Meat. 16 miles away. Oh, there you are, dude. You're right there.
Right on the homepage.
Holy shit. First of all, can't believe I didn't like this. Where's this one here?
Nope, keep going. Keep going down. A little bit further. You're almost there. It should be right there. You have to pull it up. But yeah, super cool video. We shot this back in May last year.
My name is Tony Dehmer. I've been in this business basically my whole life. My son is working for me. I'm third generation. All of our employees, we consider a family here, so a lot of them have been around here for a real long time.
There you are, dude. That's so sick.
Me and my grandpa and my dad were all working here at the same time, 3 generations under the same roof. You don't really see that very often.
Damn.
My grandson Andy is actually a pretty good sausage maker. I think I'm most proud of the way my son and grandson have taken it over and continued a legacy, or whatever you want to call it, and actually improved on the things I did. My grandson Andy is continually experimenting. He's won quite a few awards for new products. We made maybe 6 kinds of sausage. They make maybe 80 right now. I mean, we make probably 35, 40 kinds of brats alone.
You know, I'm most proud of our work ethic here. You know, I mean, we take pride in basically everything we do, but we won't put a product out that we aren't completely happy with. Considering we're a small plant, that it's real easy for us to pay attention to the detail and do things right instead of mass producing stuff.
There's the product being smoked.
Oh, dude, that's so
One of the
sick.
things that makes us different
Hold on.
is we have
That was a giant room with a fire in the middle of it. What was going on right there?
Yeah, so those are 2 of our gravity smokehouses. So just what it means when it's a gravity smokehouse is you just have tins across the bottom to distribute the heat, and then you just have like a wide open fire pit that you just slide in right underneath it, and that'll spread the smoke and the
That's
heat.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
I've never seen something like that before. That's okay.
Yeah, I think there's only 3 other meat markets in Minnesota that can still use them.
That's so dope. And you split your own fucking wood.
Yep. Do it all, start to finish.
Literally start to finish, everything's you.
probably the biggest thing we hear is the second they walk in the door, they just go, "Oh, the smell." You walk in here and it's not like going into a butcher shop where they slaughter, or a grocery store or a bakery. When you walk in here, you just smell all the smoked meats.
A couple of years ago at the state fair, he won first place. We now call it Andy's State Fair Bacon, so he's famous for that. They looked him in, they want Andy's bacon.
What motivates me here is being able to come in and knowing I'm going to put out a quality product, and the future of Dehmer's I see continuing to be a family-owned and operated business and continuing to be a staple in our community. And
most of our customers are usually greeted on a first-name basis from our staff out front.
A lot of the older ones that come in have been customers since I took it over, and that was 40 years ago.
Kind of become a tradition for a lot of families to keep coming to small places like us, and they keep on coming in, the kids and grandkids, and it's really incredible.
My dad started this business about 1927 or so. He had it until he passed on. I took it over in 1969, and I think in about 75 or 76 built this place. My wife's dad gave me enough money to buy the inventory. We just married, we didn't have any money, and my mom carried us on the loan part of the building, and I was ambitious at young. We started with just a real small meat market with an 8-foot counter, nothing else, a small cooler, a freezer. Other than that, I'm pretty much retired. I'm right near 80. I paid my dues.
80 years old?
yep.
Fuck, that's awesome.
The generation that's here now, and we'll continue to try and make new products, develop new things, and win more awards for great products. We built a real relationship with our customers, and we hope to keep them.
That was a pretty sick-ass video, dude.
Yeah, it
Who
turned
made
out
that?
really great. If you scroll down, it should have the guy that made it on there. Adam
Dude,
Zulik.
first of all, Xenoscope Productions is the guy who is his name. That was a good-ass video, dude. Plus, you've got, like, a dope voice for this type of stuff, just to speak. You should be, like, the commentator for you guys should make, like, like Menards, you go in there and they're like, attention Menards customers, blah, 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 and they advertise.
Yeah.
But it's just some random dude. You actually have the voice for it.
I could be that random dude.
You should part-time go announce for, like, the basketball team here, the Minnesota Timberwolves, right?
Yeah, but then who would be listening?
To what?
The Timberwolves, I was joking.
Oh, because no one fucking... I get you. Okay, the Wild.
That'd be good. I was
Or
just
the
at the
Vikings.
game on Saturday,
Wild
7-0.
game?
Yeah,
Dude.
that was great.
Yeah, I watched that game here, too. They did pretty well that game.
But
Sometimes they shit the dress, but other times...
That's a typical Minnesota team, though. Get your hopes up and then just bring it right back down.
No, dude, that video was dope. First of all, I got to finally... It was nice to see what you guys are talking about, too, because I'm so foreign to that meat market stuff. I don't know how all it's made. Like, when you look at, like, for that guy was making the
Hamburger patties.
Yeah, the hamburger patties. I didn't realize that's how that shit was done. Like, he just presses it with his hand, and then, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, we have a bigger machine that does it, but when we do smaller batches, we just pull that thing out.
That thing's pretty sweet.
Yeah, if you want your own, they're about $900 for that piece of plastic.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Why is it $900? Because it can be?
Exactly.
Is that basically the reason why?
That's basically the reasoning on any pricing on anything in the meat industry.
I guess. Yeah.
Like, everything's just super expensive.
You guys should invent something really dope. Like, really, like, what is the biggest needed thing in the meat industry? Like, you're like, God, I fucking hate doing this.
Having staff.
Having staff.
So if I can figure that one out, I'll be rich.
Do what McDonald's did. Just, like, fucking do that. Like, here's a display menu.
Yeah.
Just poke it.
Just have the whole order thing there.
Yeah, dude, staff is always hard to maintain. When I had staff, when I was in charge of my old place, that was fucking hard. Hard to keep people happy.
Yeah.
It's like 70% of the work is keeping people happy, and the rest of the 30% goes to, like, actually working.
Yeah.
What the job is, to be honest.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, we're coming up on an hour here, so I'll let you go. But hey, thanks for coming by, dude. Again, this is Andy Dehmer. Dehmer's Meats?
Yep.
Dehmer's Meats. Yeah, Dehmer's Meats in St. Michael. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.